the investiture ceremony of the Prometheus School Student Council for the academic year 2024-25. This moment marks the culmination of hard work, determination, and leadership. And we are thrilled to celebrate the students who will guide and lead our school community towards greater heights. The Student Council plays a pivotal role in upholding the ethos of the school. The election process at Prometheus is an intensive one, involving students from grade 9, grade 11, and grade 12. Beginning with the filing of nominations, undergoing some intense presentations, canvassing and campaigning, right to the final voting and declaration of the results, it's all quite an experience. By using their right to vote to choose a governing body which represents the students of the school, the students experience firsthand the power of democratic choices. Together we celebrate this transition, acknowledging the past and embracing the future. We stand proud of the accomplishments and milestones achieved by our outgoing student council while heralding the new one.
To begin this auspicious occasion, we will have Avni Agarwal, a student of MYP 4. She'll perform a classical dance. Avni recently performed at the Cultural Olympiad organized by ABSS, held in Paris, where she won a silver medal. Let's welcome Avni.
काशीनाथ विनुत चरित्र वामन रूप महेश्वर पुत्र तर्रि कुजे कुजे झम दक्कणं किण करुण जूडु मम पट्ल पराकु शायक विघ्न विनायक देव प्रणामु तक्किट तक दिक्किट तक तुम किट तक नम किट तक काशीनाथ विनुत चरित्र वामन रूप महेश्वर पुत्र तर्रि कुजे कुजे झम दक्कणं किण करुण जूडु मम पट्ल पराकु शायक विघ्न विनायक देव प्रणामु तक्किट तक दिक्किट तक तुम किट तक नम किट तक तजम तदिताम आम ताम ताम दित तर्किट तक तजम तजम तदिताम आम ताम ताम दित तर्किट तक विजे गिण्णनुत नारण कविनुत गिण धी गिण झे गिण धी गिण श्रीकर सत्य वशीकर दीन दयाकर कांति दिवाकर रूप सुधाकर गुण रत्नाकर नीकु प्रख्यतु पराकु प्रताप राम सद्गुण धाम तत्तुम तरत गिण तक तद्दि गिण तुम तित्तुम तरत गिण तक तद्दि किट तुम श्रीकर सत्य वशीकर दीन दयाकर कांति दिवाकर रूप सुधाकर गुण रत्नाकर नीकु प्रख्यतु पराकु प्रताप राम सद्गुण धाम तत्तुम तरत गिण तक तद्दि गिण तुम तित्तुम तरत गिण तक तद्दि गिण तुम तजम तदिताम आम ताम ताम दित तर्किट तक तजम तदिताम
That was a graceful performance by Avni. Thank you so much, Avni. May I now request our school chairperson, Mr. Sharma, to kindly address the gathering.
Dear parents, students, and staff, it is an honor to be here today for the Secondary School Student Council Investiture ceremony. To all the newly elected Student Council members, congratulations. They deserve a round of applause. I know it was not an easy journey. Was it? It shows your resilience, hard work, dedication, commitment, and convincing skills. I know, unlike last year, this year we had changed the process, and each one of you who had nominated yourself for student council position had to come and be on the stage, present what you've done and what you plan to do if you are chosen to be the student council member. And to all the secondary school students, thank you very much for making an informed choice. Now the real work begins. And I can tell you that I'm impressed with the student council that we've chosen, that the students have chosen. Before coming here, I responded to an email from Muktasid and Divyanshu, right? They want to work on the website for improving Project Kripa related information. There are student council members, Tanishka and all. They are driving the media already. They are working towards creating relevant videos for our 5th year anniversary, which is coming on 30th of September. So, as founder chairperson, I am very proud of where we are today. And I want to also take this opportunity to thank our staff, to the leadership team, to all those who've completed more than 4 years with the Prometheus School. And I see Jyoti, who's completed more than 4 years, probably 5 years now. Yeah? And Namrata has already completed 5 years. So congratulations to each one of the staff member for doing more than what is required. I know that each one of you is willing to go extra mile. And my dream, each one of you, mostly who've been here for some time, is aware of the dream with which the school was started. And I hope that you are going to continue to stay focused and work towards making Prometheus' dream happen. Today is also a very special day. We've heard from one of the top school ranking organization that we've been chosen as #1 school of Noida and #2 in NCR. So that it's a proud moment for all of us. But it doesn't stop here. Unlike we are not like any other school. Our goal is not just to give badges and people feeling proud of wearing a badge, but making a difference. Are we making a difference? Even if we are not in a position of power, which is the student council member, as secondary school student, every one of you has the ability to make a difference. I hope the students who took part in the literacy drive realize the value that we can add to the underprivileged ones, the ones who are not attending school, the ones who do not have enough to eat. And I think when we went for this literacy walk, we came across students who do not have books. We came across the same students who do not have enough money to take care of their daily needs. That's why, they were doing what they were doing. They do not have enough money to go to school. So can we not make a difference? If you start to do that now, I know that you all will. I have no doubt. But if we start now, imagine the impact that you can create, not just in the smaller community, which is, NCR, but the impact that you'll have, at the world level. I would like to see Prometheus School be recognized as #1 school in the world. And I would be very happy to see students and parents moving in, relocating from abroad to take admission in Prometheus School. And that dream, I cannot make it happen alone. I need staff, parents, and students' commitment to make that a reality. Is that possible? Do you guys think it's possible? थोड़ा आवाज मतलब खाया है, नाश्ता वास्ता करा है, कर सकते हैं ना हम लोग. तो अब मेरा I'm going to speak in Hindi now. अब मेरा आग्रह है सारे स्टूडेंट काउंसिल मेंबर्स से और पेरेंट्स जो कि जिनके बिना सपोर्ट के आप लोग जहां हो वहां नहीं हो सकते हो. मेरा आप सबसे अब रिक्वेस्ट है कि अपनी पढ़ाई पे तो ध्यान रखना ही है, अपने पैशन पे भी ध्यान रखना है, बट पोजीशन का जो रिक्वायरमेंट है, जो आपने यहाँ प्रेजेंट किया है कि मैं ये करूँगा अगर बन गया तो, वो आपको अब करना है और उसकी प्रोग्रेस आपको मंथली देनी है. एंड दैट्स एन एक्सपेक्टेशन. मुझे पूरा विश्वास है आप लोग करोगे. अगर कोई नहीं कर पाता है तो आपके पास टीम है, ठीक है. द beauty of a team is that if an individual is not able to contribute for a given reason, the team stands up for the individual. Does that, do you get it? पर अगर आपके साथ टीम भी नहीं खड़ी हो रही है, इसका मतलब there is something missing. In which case, we would request that that individual steps down and we choose the next one who had contested the election, right? आज हम आप लोगों को सम्मानित करेंगे और I know that it's a it's a proud moment for you, for your parents, for our teachers, and for the students who voted for you. But like I said, this is just the beginning. The real work would begin from right after you are recognized as the student council member, right after the investiture ceremony. With that, I once again congratulate each one of you. Thank you very much for taking part in this process, and I do not want to bore you any further. काम करना है बस अब. Thank you very much. Love you all.
Thank you, Mr. Sharma, for your words of encouragement. They are truly precious to our students. Now let's invite Manya Sharma, the outgoing head of the Student Council. She will now share her experiences and some words of advice for the elected Student Council.
Good afternoon. It's such an honor to stand here and for the last time speak from the role of head of council. This past year has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride, and if I had the choice, I would go on it 100 times. I've always had the dream of becoming the head of council, and I'm so thankful I was able to achieve it as a student of this school. If I look back on the last year, I would like to firstly start by thanking Ms. Deepika and Ms. Hargun, who were our mentors and were there from the start of our journey and truly saw our growth to become the leaders we are today. I still reminisce about making the council oath together with the student council members because it was truly an empowering experience. Thank you, Ms. Deepika, for standing by us. I want to thank Ms. Sonali, who never failed to hear every idea out, to Alexa, whose advice we could always rely on, to Ms. Megha and her determined drive to make every event a success, to Ms. Parul, who's been nothing but a pillar of support, kindness, and guidance, and finally, our chairperson, Mr. Mukesh, who has always acted like a mirror for leadership, for always giving us a reality check and always keeping our actions accountable. I want to thank my council for the year 23 to 24, who supported me in hosting events such as the Christmas movie night, the grade-wise Halloween competitions, the Teachers' Day, and the prom. But I learned that being president isn't just about the events you host or the initiatives you start, but about the impact you've made on your peers. I can say the most joyful part of being the head of council was the relationships I built with both the teachers and the students and the new friendships I made along the way. To the students, I'm so incredibly honored to have held your trust, and I'm deeply grateful any of you could have felt comfortable enough to come up to me with any question, concern, or thought, knowing that your voice would be heard, because that's a leader I strive to be and still continues to strive to be. This journey has been a time of growth, not just in leadership, but in understanding the value of teamwork, resilience, and community. Together, we've overcome challenges, celebrated successes, and built a stronger bond together as Prometheans. Though the chapter of me officially being president is closing, I promise to be a mentor for the new elected council and still hope to work closely with the plans set in place and to support them in any capacity I can. 1 year ago today, I didn't promise I would do everything, but I did promise to try. And now I'm passing the torch to Muktasid, who I know will only take this position to better heights. The lessons I've learned and the bonds we've formed will stay with me always. Thank you for making this journey unforgettable. Congratulations. Congratulations to every student elected. I hope this journey is a journey of accomplishment, not just for you as leaders, but for the school, which will only go on to touching new heights. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Manya, for some wonderful words of advice. May we now invite our chairperson, Mr. Mukesh, our school director, Mr. Alexander, and our senior school principal, Ms. Sonali, to facilitate the newly elected council members.
It is often said that with great power comes greater responsibility. The sashes, the badges, and the flags bestowed upon these students symbolize their responsibilities and the unwavering commitment that they have to Prometheus. Let us warmly welcome our new student council head, Muqtasid Beg. Muqtasid takes over from the outgoing head of student council, Manya Sharma. To symbolize this transition of leadership, Manya will now hand over the school flag to Muqtasid.
In keeping with the vision of Prometheus, the role of the sports captain is a significant one. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our newly elected sports captain, Sia Marwa. The erstwhile sports captain Shivansh Pratap Singh will now pass on the flag to Sia.
House captains play a very key role in fostering teamwork, leadership, and school spirit by guiding and motivating their house members in various academic, cultural, and sports activities. Beginning with the Ruby House, we call on the Ruby House captain, Om. Zia Aluwalia, Ruby House Captain for 2023-24, will pass on the flag to him. Ruby House Representative Twesha Dungarwal. Sapphire House Captain Tanay Kishore. Tarav Gupta, the erstwhile Sapphire House representative, passes on the flag to Tanay. Sapphire House representative Avika Jain. The mantle of the Topaz House goes to its newly elected captain, Ditya Agarwal. The house flag is handed over to her by Yashika Salvan, Topaz House captain for 2023-24. Topaz House representative Yuvan Goyal. And the Emerald House representative for the year 2024-25 is Ashmeen Kaur. Manya Sharma will pass on the house flag to Ashmeen.
The head of events is responsible for planning, organizing, and overseeing school events, ensuring they run smoothly and contribute to the school's vibrant community life. The position of head of events is shared by Mahekpreet Bhatia and Anya Bajaj. Please give them a round of applause. They succeed Tanishka Sharma and Alia Madan. The newly elected media head, Tanishka Sharma. Ishan Chatterjee, the erstwhile media head, passes on the mantle to Tanishka. Now let's welcome Divyanshu Chandra, Head of Technology and Cyber Safety for 24 and 25. Let's welcome Madhrika Bagga and Prisha Narang to take on a charge as Heads of Service Initiatives. Manya Sabharwal, the Outgoing Head of Service Initiative, passes on her role to them. We're excited to see how these changes will enrich our events and service initiatives and ensure that each of you continues to make a meaningful impact on the school culture and ethos.
Thank you, sir. We'll request Mr. Sharma, Mr. Abraham, and Ms. Joshi to please take their seat. I now invite Muktasid Beg to come forward for the oath-taking ceremony. This ceremony symbolizes the Council's dedication and vow to serve the school community in its best interests. Council members, please take your place.
I, Muktasid Beg, promise to trust, motivate, and inspire my peers, to uphold the highest standards of school's vision, mission and core values. I will strive to be a role model for my fellow Prometheans and commit myself to build a strong school culture collaboratively. I promise to be an unbiased leader who will always put the needs of the school community first and inspire all Prometheans to live up to their fullest potential.
Congratulations to all the newly elected members of the Student Council. We are immensely proud of you and confident of your ability to inspire positive change. We will now have a formal Student Council photograph for the year 2024-25. The image captures the essence of collaboration, transition, and the passing of the baton from our school leaders to our young student leaders. May I please request Mr. Sharma, Mr. Abraham, and Ms. Joshi to come up on stage. They can come a little at the back. Everyone just move a little at the back.
Thank you, everyone. May I request the Student Council members to take their seats now. I request our school director, Mr. Alexander, to kindly address the gathering.
Good afternoon to all our respected parents and guests, our dedicated staff, to our chairperson, Mr. Sharma, and to all our students, especially the new council of 24-25. Today it's a significant milestone. It's just a date in the calendar, but it means a lot, not just to the students who've taken an oath just a short while ago, but also for the very fact that the community celebrates leadership and looks forward to this council to take the community forward in the year ahead. I always like taking analogies, being a teacher of English, and I wanted to talk to you about two things that are taken for granted but are so significant and offer certain lessons, I believe, for leadership, not just for the students who have taken an oath, but for every aspiring leader who is in this auditorium this morning. So the first one is about the sun. So powerful, essential in everyday life, but we take it for granted. It gives warmth, life, light, energy to everything it touches. The sun doesn't choose who to shine upon. Its light is for everybody. It doesn't have selective offering of light. So I'm going to encourage you to be like the sun, radiate that warmth and positivity and clarity to everyone around you, and look to help the community grow. The sun also, however, stands firm. There'll be moments when you face challenges, and it's going to be your responsibility as student leaders to rise, face those challenges with courage and conviction, because you're looking for the good of the community and not for yourself. The sun never looks to itself to glorify itself. It looks to the good of the community. The other one is the salt, right? And salt may seem small and insignificant, but the impact is so immense. You know, when Mahatma Gandhi talked about the Dandi March in 1930, it was to talk about the power of salt in ordinary, all our lives, right? And this, not just it adds flavor, but it also preserves the community. Am I right? We use salt as a preservative also. It enhances and it touches and offers life. Leadership, like salt, is also going about doing essential work that may not always be seen. So don't look to do something because Mr. Sharma or Mrs. Sonali or the school director or somebody applauds you. Do it because you're doing it for the good of even one life. That's the difference that Mr. Sharma, when he talked about the literacy walk 2 days back, that's what he was talking about, that make a difference. And leadership is also humility. No leader who wants to be effective can be effective unless you're thinking about the good of the community and not about yourself. Now, there are many examples of great leaders, good leaders, but one leader who's not very celebrated, and I want to talk about this morning, is about a man called William Wilberforce. Now, William Wilberforce was a great British politician and a social reformer, and in the early 19th century, he led the fight to end the transatlantic slave trade. At that time, the transatlantic slave trade was 250 million pounds worth. Now you can imagine what a colossal amount of fortune that was. And there was tooth and nail opposition to him. But he fought hard, he fought strong, and he shone like a beacon of hope and justice. He had to fight solitary fights sometimes, and that is leadership. You got to strive against the current. He campaigned tirelessly, gathered momentum, and finally, the slave trade was abolished, and people who were slaves were able to be free. So leadership is not easy. It requires vision, it requires strength, it requires courage of conviction, and definitely your amount of the salt of humility. So congratulations to each of you. And we're really excited because such terrific ideas, not just that you've expressed on stage when you were campaigning in your election speeches, but even through whatever you have in your interactions, both in person as well as through mails. We are really excited to see. We're a very young school yet, but it's a vibrant community, and we're really looking forward that, you're not just going to leave a legacy of events that you've structured and worked with, as I said to you all a couple of days ago, but it's the culture that you will leave behind as the Council of 24-25 that people will talk about and say, that was a council that made a difference. So all the very best to you. You have all our best wishes and blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your sage advice to our students. Our new council head, Muktasid Beg, will now share his vision and way forward with the school community. Muktasid.
A very good afternoon to my fellow Titans, parents, and teachers. I am Muktasid Beg, head of the newly elected council for the year 2024-25. And I stand here to first express my heartfelt gratitude to the student body and the honorable faculty members. You guys have entrusted me with this role. And I'd like to express my great amount of gratitude that I have. Now, I will ensure that I, along with my fellow council members, shall carry out every responsibility as a leader and strive to ensure a great academic year. I promise to continue to support my fellow Prometheans in an environment where they can grow as lifelong learners. I, on behalf of the council, will work with strength and resilience towards achieving every single goal we set this year. Being in the student council isn't just about a badge on our shirts. It's about representing each and every student while achieving goals that align with our combined vision and mission. I don't feel the anxiety anymore, but instead, I feel the fire in my belly, ready to be harnessed in an effort to force this year into the best of Prometheus so far. Thank you once again, and a huge round of congratulations to each one of us for the positions we hold at this esteemed office. Thank you.
I call on Mrs. Sonali Joshi, our school principal, to kindly give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, our chairperson, Mr. Sharma, the school director, Mr. Abraham, Ms. Anisha, the primary school principal, the proud parents sitting here, and my dear secondary students and my most beloved faculty. I extend my heartfelt thanks on this special occasion, the investiture ceremony of the Secondary Student Council. The event marks the beginning of a new chapter for our young leaders here. And they take on this mantle of responsibility with great future and with lovely dreams in their eyes, and a huge commitment to our school community. The election process this year was changed to another level of experience for the entire secondary school. As a school, we went through a journey of reflecting who we are, what we have done, and what is the scope to do within the school and outside. I would like to thank our chairperson, Mr. Sharma, for bringing this mindset in action and making it a reality. Thank you to our school director for his constant guidance and encouragement, which continuously inspires us to nurture leadership in our students. A special thank you to my dear parents and guardians who have supported not just today's council members, but every child in their growth in this school. Your unwavering belief in us and in your children helped us to build a stronger community and will continue to do so. I would also like to thank my colleagues, the faculty members, for their dedication in shaping these young minds. It is because of your persistent efforts that we have students who not only excel academically, but also embody the value of integrity, empathy, and responsibility. To our wonderful student council, you've earned this honor through your hard work and commitment. You're the voice of your peers, and you have the privilege of leading them by example. I trust you will rise to the occasion with humility, passion, and diligence. I must also express my deepest gratitude to the Outgoing Council for their very hard work throughout the last year. I think we should give them a round of applause here. To all the secondary students who cast their votes and chose their representatives, the fact you've actively participated in selecting the members of the Student Council through an entire election process shows your understanding and belief in student agency. These representatives are your voice, and your involvement is a shining example of how we value democracy within our school community. A big thanks to our events team and all those behind the scenes who worked tirelessly to make today's ceremony a grand success. Your attention to detail and seamless coordination have made this event one to remember. A salute to our Student Council mentor, Ms. Deepika, who conducted the election with elan and ease. A big round of applause to her. Thank you, Ms. Shreya, for conducting this ceremony with Ms. Deepika. Lastly, to our students, this is a reminder that leadership is not defined by a badge or a title. It is defined by your actions and your ability to serve others with kindness and fairness. The Student Council is just the beginning, and I urge all of you to be leaders in your own right, in your classrooms, in your activities, in how you support each other. Once again, thank you all for being here and making this afternoon so meaningful. Let's continue to work together in building a community where every student feels valued, heard, and empowered. Thank you. Have a lovely day ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Joshi. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of such a wonderful ceremony. We'll now exit the auditorium. Thank you.